Right, I've been on a massive buying spree. I've only been back from holiday for 20 days and I've been buying all of this pretty much. This is still left over from the workshop clearance I did middle of August, but I bought all these oil can lights. I've been picking up stuff left, right and centre. But this weekend I got a call from a gentleman whose father-in-law sadly passed away, and I've picked up some really nice stuff. This is only the a few bits and bobs which are okay, and I'll sift through and clean up. But just go through this quickly before I move on to the good stuff. There's some turn screws, some chisels, Standy Yankee with some nice new bits there. There's some glass cutters, some G clamps. There's a very nice framing chisel, which is made by John Bull. That's in really nice condition, and that won't take much cleaning up at all. That's really, really nice. There's a micrometer, there's a spare plane handle, some dividers. There is some taps and dies, which will go with the job lot which I put up the other day. There's some really big, I can't see the name on that. That's a Ridgeway auger, but you put the handle through the end. Some big augers, a couple of tape measures, some wooden planes which I generally don't get excited about because they don't go for a lot of money unless they got a good name on them. Wooden planes don't really interest me. There is a granny's tooth router plane here, but I can't find the iron for it, which is a little bit annoying. But yeah, a few nice little bits in there. But it also included a number 52 quick release vise, and then over here I've got some really nice items. So in there was 4 distance saws. These have all been quite well used. You can see it's got some of the etching you can see on there. They all came with a wooden protective cover on them, so they've clearly been loved and well used and protected. They will all clean up really nicely. There's also another steel back tenon saw, also made by Diston. Nice name on the button there. That again, the handle has been battered a bit, but I'll leave it as it is. It's just scars of life, isn't it? A nice open handle tenon saw. This one is by Sorby. Again, these fly out. They just have a really nice ergonomical feel to them. That is lovely. That will clean up really nicely, and I'll do that very gently. Then there's a few other nice bits and pieces here. There's a really nice marking knife. This is J. No Will. Don't really know much about them, but it's quite nice. Got its own little sheath. There is a banjo oil can, Joseph Lucas, number 20, really nice condition. No oil left in it. It's got a little cover on the end, but yeah, that's also nice. Number 80 scraper plane, not bad at all. This is made by Starrett, and it says it somewhere on there. It says Athol, Massachusetts. Yeah, nice stamp there. That will clean up, and it will clean up quite nicely. And I'd imagine to get probably 30 or 40 quid for that. This I presume is a little tin opener, and I think there were some other World War II bits there which I might go back for, but that's quite cool. Probably keep hold of that. A router iron. This is a bullnose plane. Now it's quite similar to the Edward Preston one that I put up the other week, but it's not exactly the same. I can't find any maker's marks on it anywhere. I've taken the wedge out. There's nothing on there that I can see, but I'm going to take this home and clean it up, and I might provide an update at a later date. There is a little mark on the front that says Mitchell Patent Metal, but I think that's something to do with the manufacturing process of the metal. There's nothing on the back, nothing on the sides, but I'll give that a gentle little clean at home and see if there's anything else on there. It's stamped with the previous owner, but you know, there's a collector for these sort of things, and that will probably go for maybe 60 or 70 quid. This is I think it's shop made, you know, apprentice made router plane. There's no maker's marks on it anywhere. That will clean up really nicely. It's in really good nick, but I can't find a maker's mark anywhere, so I'm pretty sure that's a shop made jobby. But again, you know, some good value left in that. There's also a mini Stanley 271 router plane with one cutter, but again, that's nice. This surprised me, the value of these. It's Special Pressel, an oil can, you know, trigger squirter jobby. I've seen these on eBay for like 40 or 50 quid. I think they're German made, but you know, you can see all the grease coming off that. They'll clean up really nicely. It's got this little bung to fill it with, and it also works. So yeah, quite a cool little oil can. This is a 5.5. These always clean up really well. You can see it's got a bit of grime on it, but that will clean up really nicely. The handle is intact, so yeah, really nice. It's not going to take a lot of cleaning on that. It's quite sharp, and that will clean up really nicely. This is number 10. Again, it's got some dust, but you can see that's really easily coming off. There's most of its Japanning left on there from its original paint. All underneath is really nice and clean. There's a few little marks on it, but that'll all come off. Other than that, it's all a bit of sawdust. It's not a sweetheart, but it does say made in the USA, and that will clean up a treat. Really nice, that one. And then I was saying earlier, I don't really get too excited about wooden planes, but this plough plane is really nice. It's got a nice clear stamp on there, Griffiths of Norwich. I've got a plane maker's book at home, so I'll be able to date that. It's probably, you know, early 1800s. It's also in really nice condition. It's got a bit of the hammer marks on the back, which is always the case. It is in really nice condition. It will just need to be gently dusted off. I'll put a little bit of linseed oil on it just to keep it nice. But it also came with a nice set of matching full set of irons, which are also clearly stamped Griffith of Norwich. So that as a matching set is really nice. It's got an extra one in there. I'll probably just stick that one in the plane itself to take photos, but a really nice matching set there, and that will probably go for good money. And then the last thing, the guy that was selling it said, do I buy anything else? And I said, yeah, I'd sort of buy anything that sort of tickles my fancy. And in this box, he didn't know what these were. In there they are these, which are for sea fishing weights. So they would be tied together or wrapped with wire or something. The hot molten lead would be poured in there, and then that would make a sea fishing weight. And there is quite a few in there. I don't know how many sets there are, probably 6 or 7 sets. And on eBay there's quite a few of these, so I made them an offer and bought these as well. And there's definitely a bit of value in those as well. So all in all, it's been a good, like I say, I've been back for 21 days. I've bought a hell of a lot of stuff. I've got a couple of things in the pipeline over the next couple of weeks, and some good quality tools that I can list, and some things to keep me going as we approach winter. I've been lucky this year. I've only been to one car boot sale. All the rest have been phone calls, so I've done really well this year. And looking to see what the future holds in terms of a few other appointments I've got to follow up on. Anyway, speak soon. Bye.